Oh, snap. It's about to go down. Look, it is Saturday, and today is our Supersonic Saturday session. This joint about to be so fire. And the reason being is because I have access to some of the dopest people, producers, creatives that are so undervalued, all because they're unknown. And what's crazy is it's amazing how I have been for so long focusing on all of the stuff that I thought I needed to do, when in all actuality, I just needed to show up as me. How many of you just want to show up as you? You just want to do what it is that you do naturally at the best of your capacity and capability, only to level it up. I'm talking about going up, 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 up. Well, listen, right now, what I am doing is I am going live every Saturday, and we have these Supersonic Saturday sessions. So they producer, if you're a music lover, whatever, if you want to submit something that you believe deserves to be heard, as long as there's nothing copywritten, what we can do is we can play that and let people hear it. Ooh, I got somebody calling in right now. So what's going to happen is this consistency is going to build a momentum. And inside of this momentum, we create something that you actually deserve to be a part of. And that's a movement. And this whole movement is about unmuting yourself. I know too many people, they walk around muted, silent, because they don't believe that what they have to say is valuable enough. What if I told you that what you have to say is not only valuable, but it's valid, and it can be validated? Because what your perspective is exactly one that somebody might need. You might be holding something back that needs to be willfully and expeditiously given forward, pushed into the ears of somebody who is willing to listen, who would love to hear what you have to say, because that might be the actual light that they need shine on their darkness. What if what you're holding back in the process of muting yourself was the very thing that somebody was in need of hearing so that they can heal? What if you chose to reveal, cause somebody else to finally heal? Look, you got scars, fam. We all got scars. And yes, your scars, look, that's proof. There's evidence that you've suffered. But your scars are also evidence and proof you made it through. You still here, fam. You still here. And because you still here, you got a story to tell. You got a soul to save. You got a mind to change. You got a perspective to produce. You got a Let me stop right there, because I'm about to get into something completely off. But right now, what we're going to focus on is the music that is going to be submitted as well as played by myself, as well as the other producers and artists that are going to be coming through. So look, today is the day that you get to sit back, relax, and grab some snacks and participate in something that's worth listening to. And speaking of, got somebody in this guest room. However, I'm gonna hold off on that because it looked like sometimes technology be taking, and I don't feel like going through the nonsense and unnecessary complications. But what I do feel like doing is playing y'all some music that you can actually groove to and move to and get your Saturday going right. So this is one of the actual songs that myself and my guy John Jizzle created together. It's a little short piece, but it's something that I really feel like it might provide you with some type of energy to get your mind right. You might be cleaning up, you might be sitting back, chilling, whatever you doing. Like, listen, this is something just for you. We call this joint Better Save.
It's a new chance for everyone.
Ooh, we was feeling it that day. I was like, all right, cool. I don't even know what I was on. I just know that when we have conversations that lead to that level of creation, it constantly produces more and more and more, making us want to make more. You ever done something so good, you was like, "Ooh, I want to do that again." And then again, and then again, and again, and again, and again. Well, this is that right there. These Saturday sessions are something that I'm looking forward to. I think this is number 4. It might be number 4. I don't know. I know I've had a couple of guests on. We've had Billy, my guy Billy is fire. Man, Billy's fire. But Billy Big Shot, that's who that is. We had John Jizzle on. We had Dr. Gene White on. I know we got a couple of other people lined up, but man, it's just been fire. Oh, and shout out to M. Edward. M. Edward shot some fire in here last week. Boy, he came, but he was having some, some technical issues, so he couldn't hop on. But when I tell you that guy right there, he don't miss. You know those people that like I don't care what they do in practice, is what they present to you in the game. He one of those. It's like you don't know what he does in practice, but you know when he produces and like presents you with what he created, boom, it's on, it's popping. I remember we had this opportunity to do a collaboration back in the day, and we were collaborating with it was Brandon Rico, and he had put this pack out of some stuff that he had created, and he was like, "Listen, let's see what y'all can do with it." And what this man ended up, I know he participated, but whatever he did, I know it was fire. I don't even remember exactly because there was so many of us. Man, if you remember what that was, ML, let me know, bro, because if you got that, send that in, send that over. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you go to the description, what you're going to see is the exact link that you will actually just submit your beats to, submit your song to. That way we can get your stuff heard. You deserve to be heard. Sure. It's so many people that's looking for what you have to offer. They want to hear. I know it's a lot of artists who love finding out about new producers and all of that. But check this out. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners that have some amazing content. Oh my goodness. The message is on point, the story on point, the medium, the message is missing. They're using everybody else's sound. And if you're one of those entrepreneurs, you a business owner, right? And you know you got to put content out. Well, what if you weren't using everybody else's sound? What if you actually had your own sound? What if you were actually operating as a top-notch professional? When you watch movies, there is not a movie that is truly silent. Even if you go back to where there were silent films, there was still music being played. If you go into any serious business, I'm talking about big name that you know of that's actually putting themselves out there regularly, they have their own sonic marketing. They have their own sonic branding. They have their own sonic sound. When you hear ba da ba ba ba, you know who that is. Well, I know too many of y'all need to be known for who you are and what you do based off of when people hear you. And if you ain't putting no actual music that's original to your actual entrepreneurship, then you're not properly branding yourself. You're missing something. So if you actually get intentional about your business, then that means you get intentional about your sound. And if you get intentional about your sound, you'll be heard and remembered and felt rather than just heard. So you want to be felt when you're heard. That's why it's supersonic, because supersonic means it's faster than the speed of sound. Well, did you know that emotions, whenever the actual feeling is produced, what happens is that energy in motion moves so fast that the internal nerve responses, the impulse responses inside of your body, they move so fast that it's almost equivalent to the speed of sound, if not faster. So emotions are the way that you captivate and cultivate and cause people to pause, stop, and listen. Well, if your words are doing it, why not follow up with music to do it too? It's only the right thing to do. There's too many producers out here to actually add value to what you have to offer, even though what you have to offer is already phenomenal enough. But you can elevate it and take it to a higher level? What? Let's go, man. So let me get back into it. So we got Jizzle in the actual guest room, but it looked like the tech is teching, and I ain't fist to mess with this. But check this out. So my guy Adam, he had his podcast, right? And he was like, "Man, I need a sound. I need something to just make it sound like me, what I want it to sound like." So what I ended up doing was getting with my guy Jizzle, and then we ended up creating his actual podcast intro. Talk about supersonic. So you don't just hear this, man. You feel it. This is what we did for Adam. Ooh, Adam watched us do it. He pulled up and actually watched us online create his composition. So he was able to tell us whether he liked this or wanted that or didn't want this. It was all a movie. At least that's what Sabina told us. She said it was like watching a movie. And it was something that I don't know what's going on, but I know that whatever it is that's happening, it's magic. When you do that, oh, let me, I got somebody. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Who? Is this who look who it is? Billy Big Shot Peace. Morning, family. What's going on, brother? Uh-oh. Billy, you there? Tech get the teching. When the tech get to teching, let's see if we can do something about that. Let's see if we can do something about that. For right now, though, we're going to see if we can do something about that when we can do something about that. But I also know this. I just got a submission. Who submitted something? Somebody submitted a beat. Uh-oh. Oh. 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 And man, will flip something of mine? You did what? Oh, man. I got to hear this. We got to hear something of mine. Something I created a while back. We talking some years. Bro, you've been sitting, man, you've been sitting on these gems. Hold on, man. You sitting on these gems? Hold on, man. I got to get this going. I am like, y'all don't understand. I'm about to like, this is new. This is unreleased. This is unheard. This is an exclusive. Hold on. Let's see. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm like a kid in the candy store. Oh man. Where is it at? Where is it at? Come on now. Let's. Uh-oh. Here it is. Here it is. We got M. Edward. M. Edward, what you got, man? What am I about to press play on, bro? And you said it's something that I don't, bro. You could have took off and ran off with this. Let's see what it is. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh man. M. Melwer, you did that, bro? You just been holding on to that since 2020? How dare you? It's 5 years ago and it's still fire. I never heard that, y'all. At least I don't remember ever hearing that. I don't know if you ever like I don't remember hearing that fire. That was so fire. Hold on. Where that button at? I got this button I like to use, and it goes a little something like this. Sheesh, man. You just dropping. That's how you doing it? That's how you doing it, M. Edward? 5 years ago, I told you this man don't miss. What I tell you? What I tell you? See, point proven. I told you this man don't miss. Hold on, let's see if we get Billy back in here. All right, we got my guy Billy Big Shot Beats. So me and Billy connected in such a way I can't say nothing. This is nothing less than divine. Nothing less than divine. I'm so serious. I don't play with that either. I don't. When it comes to God, I don't play with that. I don't play with God. I don't. That's not a game. It's not a joke. So if you hear me publicly say that something is divine, I mean that. Billy, I'm about to try to bring you up again. And let's see if the tech is not gonna be teching. You know? No pun intended on the game. That was fire. But let's see. We got Billy. Boom. Billy, you in there? Can you hear me? Can we hear you? Cause I see you. I can't hear you. And if we gonna have this problem, I'm gonna have a problem with this doggone eCam process. Yeah, I see you. I got your message. You ain't hearing me, I don't think though. So what we gonna do is we're gonna bring this down. Oh man, I'm heated about that. That tech don't want. But see, look, disruption always follows intention. See, whenever you get intentional about something, disruption follows. Here's the beautiful part. Awareness precedes intention because you can't be intentional about that which you are unaware of. I'm aware of the value that him and I actually are working on together. I'm aware of the value that he has to offer, as well as myself. So when that disruption is following in that intention, that is because awareness of greatness has already been presented. And that's where we at. So if we can get Billy up here, Billy, nod your head if you can hear me, man. If you can hear me, nod your head, because I can see you. You can't? No, he ain't even nodding his head, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this tech. We're gonna figure it out though. But in the meantime, in between time, that emotions. I'm looking at M. Edward comment. So what I did was I had this pack. I had this pack of just a bunch of beats that I had not finished. I just created loops. And what I created was for everybody in the community to just take those loops and do whatever they wanted to do with it. So I have all of those joints, man. You know what? Hey, if you know any producers that's looking to actually like do it, like enter into a contest, I got something. Ooh, let's do a contest. Yeah, let's do a contest, like a little challenge or something like that. Well, we can take the work that I'll put my stuff up. And if you actually want to be a part of that, or you know somebody that wants to be a part of that, drop a comment. Drop a comment or send me a DM if you on Facebook. Send me a DM. Drop a comment. If you are on YouTube, drop a comment. Because if I can get enough people that actually wants to participate in that, oh, we can make that happen. We can make that happen, and I'm talking about we can take that to a high level. We can add value to so many people that just need their. You have no idea the things that are going on right now in my head. Okay, cool. Anyways, M. Edward, if you got anything else that you want to send in, uh, Billy, we having technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on, but we gonna figure it out. You know, it might be that snow up in Canada that's causing problems. I don't know. We got my guy John Jizzle. I don't know if he's available exactly, but I do know he in the room and he's hearing everything. He's here. And because he's here, what I want to do is I want to play out something else that him and I had worked on. Um, and this just joint was like, my goodness, like, oh my goodness, my goodness. So there was another individual, and she's so amazing, so sweet, so beautiful. And I wanted to do something with her, and I wanted to create something for her. So we ended up creating her podcast intro. And this music, it was a combination of a couple of different genres that she was looking for. So what we ended up creating was this right here. We call it Up. Nothing long, nothing lengthy, just to the point. To the point. And the beauty behind it is the message that's being intentionally spoken for through the music. You want to make sure that if you aren't able to communicate the best way and articulate the best way with your words, that you could at the very least do it with your music. You might have a message, but if you don't have the proper melody behind it, you're going to be missing something, especially when it's important. When you watch a movie, the best scenes have the music that just literally sets it off, whether it's right after they say that specific line or right before they drop that phenomenal sound bite that everybody quotes. Either way, there's music involved. Or there's a cadence in the communication of the speaker in the way that they effectively articulate whatever it is. They just they hit you with it, and it's like, oh snap, I can't unhear that. Oh man, that was so good. That was so good. So with her, what we created is literally just supporting her actual message and intention. And it was nothing long and lengthy. It was just to the point and just right. She loved it. Oh man. So in the meantime, in between time, what we also have right here is this joint. This was me trying something different. It's so different that the actual track is called Something Different. And in this is where I was actually elevating and evolving. You ever try something out and it's like, man, this is all right. This is all right. It's kind of like new food. You try some new food you've never had before. It's like, man, this is fire. I wish I'd have had, and then you try some stuff, be like, never again. Never again. Well, I've had plenty of never agains. But this right here, this something different took me to another level with my own sound and production. Here it is. It's called Something Different. that was something different. That was something different. But I'm about to play something different. We just got some uploads, and I see they are from none other than my guy, John Jizzle. Whoo, it's so fun creating. Like, if you are not participating in the process of creation, you're missing out on life. And I don't take that lightly. Like, I don't mean that I mean, if you are not creating, you are missing out on life. Because life, literally, did you know that producing is bringing forth? That means giving birth, that's giving life. If you're not producing, then you're not creating. And if you're not creating, you're not participating in that which God gave you the capacity, capability, and responsibility to function under. The craziest part about it is God is creative, and He created us to be creative. So if we ain't being creative, you ain't got to be a music producer, but there is something that's supposed to come from out of you. Maybe all you got to do is unmute yourself so it can be heard. Before I continue forward, what I got to say though, we finna to see what it is that, oh snap, I see what John Jizzle done sent. What this man, John Jizzle, just sent is something that him and I created. It was so fire. This joint was like, it's like trap meets Paris, like Italy or something like that. This joint's so crazy because we created the sample. Well, I created, so he presented me with this sample he had found, right? Then I turned around and I was like, all right, well, shoot, let me try to do some type of interpretation of it. So I created my own version. So we separated everything and I started doing my thing. Next thing you know it, this man over here adding drums to it. And all of a sudden, all I hear is like something that's like, oh snap, we got to send this to somebody like Young Jeezy or something. I don't know. If I'm gonna let you hear what it is, because this joint crazy. This joint crazy. Here it go. What we call it? Oh, you call it Jeezy in Italy. Here it is, Jeezy in Italy, with John Jizzle and myself, Jared Walker. It ain't even done yet. He did a quick little something to it because we started it but didn't necessarily get to finish it the way that we, ooh, this joint gonna be fun. We gonna finish that joint. We gonna finish that. What you thought about that? What did you think about that? How did that make you feel? Was y'all over there jigging and dancing? Was you over there doing something that somebody looked at you like, what you doing? What you listening to? You with Jared on Facebook? Get off of Facebook. Get off of YouTube. Hey, if you enjoying this, please drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and share whatever you feel the need to do. Please do that because this is going to be good for somebody that you know, somebody that actually needs to hear this. What if somebody that you know has a business and they're like, man, I've been trying to get my content right, but I just need the right sound. You turn around and say, oh, snap, I know somebody that does that. It's like, oh, who? And here it is, somebody you just tuned into. You're able to help them with that which they are looking for. And all you did was unmute yourself by pushing share. It's crazy. Like, you don't always have to tell your story to unmute yourself. Sometimes unmuting yourself is telling somebody else's story. Like Anne Frank. Did you know Anne Frank did not publish her diary entries? Did you know that her father did that? And the craziest part about it is the story of Anne Frank, the diary of Anne Frank is something that is known worldwide due to the nature of the evils that were taking place in World War II. But this woman's father unmuted her. And because she was unmuted, those who needed to hear those stories heard them. See, sometimes your story is evidence of somebody else's glory because as they reflect on what it is that you outlasted, what you overcame, what you made it through, what you got to the other side of, they might be in it right now. And you might be the light at the end of the tunnel for them. See, what you've already finished, they just now getting started. That's why it's so important to unmute yourself. There are people who need to hear what you know, what you understand, what you have access to as it pertains to wisdom and knowledge. If you don't say anything, you are literally withholding and rob. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Here. Oh, snap. John just sent another one. What this man done said now. I don't know what this man said. We're gonna find out. Hold on. What was ooh wee, because these the people y'all don't really know what they do and the value that you need. They got and they just over here withholding, but gratefully they are able to unmute themselves over here. Let's see what this next joint that John Jizzle done sent in. Because if this man sends something, I might hop off of here and start collaborating. Like just jump off the actual live and just start collaborating and working on music. Let's see what you got, bro. Why you do that, Jizzle? Bruh, you know what you just did. You know that caught my attention. Man, why you do that to me, Jizzle? Ah, that joint's so fire. And look, M. Edward done sent another one. That joint called So Hard. Let's see what M. Edward got in this joint. Let's see. Go Hard by M. Edward. Here we go.
It's so hard, baby, to love someone who doesn't love you. It's so love you. It's so
drop a fire, drop a like, drop a love, drop something, drop a comment, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. God, look, it's fire.
love you. It's so love you. It's so hard, baby, to love someone.
Oh my goodness, this guy here, he don't miss. God, dog, neither one of these Jizzle, M. Edward, they don't miss. But you know what? Did y'all ever collab? Y'all ever do a collaboration together? Oh man, I gotta know. If y'all did a collab, let me know. Send something. But if y'all ain't never collaborated, we gotta make that happen. Because when you take somebody who is literally a genius in this area, and then you take another person who's a genius in the same area or another, now you bring that connection together, and that creation takes place after connection. It's it's fire how that works. Like a good perfect mesh of a relationship. It ain't even got to be romantic. But when you got people who literally just play at what you work at, and then you play at what they work at, y'all bring something together. Y'all can create something that's a super, that's like a super baby. It's like, what in the world? This is Jack Jack from The Incredibles. I'm looking forward to the next one, that number 3. But anyways, yo, that was fire, y'all. If y'all got anything else y'all want to send in, please do so. But like I said, it's not just Jizzle. It's not just M. Edward. It's anybody who wants to participate in this. Because if you are a producer, a music creator, a beat maker, whatever you want to call yourself, if you are somebody who simply wants to be heard, you got, let's say you got a message. Let's say you got a recorded message and you want to be heard. You want to get your message out there. We can leverage this opportunity to unmute yourself on this Supersonic Saturday session. I got plenty of messages, plenty of them. I got music behind my messages. And if your message is simply missing a melody in order to make the movement concrete, let's talk. Because I know too many people who are muted for no reason. You literally are trying to help and serve people, but you're not connecting because people hear you. But if they hear you and they don't feel you, that's the problem. So with supersonic messaging, with the actual supersonic offer that I actually have that I'm putting, listen, listen, it's some fire. That right there takes your actual message from simply being something that's heard to something that's felt. And see, when people feel you, it's just like when you feel others, when you feel heard, when you feel understood, when you feel that connection, it causes you to. All right, hold up. Let me get quiet. Let me get quiet. Let me get quiet. So, look, I have. Oh my goodness, there's so many things I want to do, but we don't have all day. We don't, because I definitely got things to do. Oh man. So here's another joint. This right here is something that I had this situation, right? And there was this guy. And this guy, I'm not going to he's nothing bad about him, but we're just gonna leave his name out of this. But he had come onto this platform that we were on once upon a time, about 5 years ago. And he wanted some customized music, something made from scratch. So he gave us a reference track, and it was a community, and everybody's listening to this every Saturday morning, like a lot of people. And he was willing to pay. So he was trying to pay whoever was going to do it based off of his discernment, because he wanted the track to put on his podcast. So we went through. I ended up making what he wanted, but it was after like multiple attempts. This was one of the attempts. I don't know if I think this might be the one that he actually said, that's it. That's what I want that. He paid for it, and he paid a pretty penny for it, but he paid for it. But here's the thing. You can't lose if you never quit. The funny thing is the actual definition etymologically of win, W-I-N, is to strive for, to struggle for, to toil for. So if you are toiling, struggling, and striving, by definition, you are winning. I ain't give up. See, if you don't stop and you continue the momentum, you will get to the destination, whatever the destination is. Your aware is not where you think you're headed. I promise you. It ain't where you think, because along the way, you learn some things. Along the way of your intentionality, you end up acquiring perspectives that you did not know that you would need. And I promise you, if you have acquired perspectives that people don't know anything about, but you do, and they're looking for you, then you have something to unmute. Unmute your perspective, then you can unmute your price. And if you unmute your voice, you unmute your story, you unmute your message, then you can actually unmute your voice and turn that thing into an asset. Then you can multiply your income and your impact. Ooh, how does that sound? Anyways, this is one of the joints that I did, and I think this might be the one he paid for, but he paid for a couple of them. He broke me off some money, but this right here was something I did customized for that guy. Here it is. This man made me work for this money. He paid me for this, but he made me work for this money. And I worked for it and grew from it. Whew. And I worked hard, but it elevated me. I even I had bought these plugins, right, that I didn't have, I shouldn't not have at the time, but I purchased the sounds that would add value to what he was looking for. Sometimes you got to invest into the thing that you're not fully familiar with. And in order to actually become the person that you are actually capable of becoming, you got to get a couple more tools. You already got the skills. You already got the mindset and the skill set, but sometimes you just need a few more tools to add to the actual skill set. Now you find out, oh snap, I could do some stuff I didn't know I could do. Yeah, that was one of them. And let's see, finally, I think we good. I think we good. We're going to bring my guy Billy on here one more time. Let's see. Billy, we good?
Yeah, we good, my brother. I think
Yeah,
we got it working
boy.
right now. We good. What's going on, man? My
Man,
apologies.
good to have you here again, man. How's it going? What's the good word?
Everything is blessed, brother. We're thankful to be in a new day, with this gift of life and to share the talent.
Man, I love it, bro. I love it,
You
man.
feel me?
So
So yes, sir.
I've been over here. We done had some fire uploads from John Jizzle, from M. Edward.
Nice.
I was running some stuff back, giving a little bit of history on my stuff. And no, ain't no telling if you got anything, man. I know you got plenty, but I didn't know if you intended to actually send nothing in. But bruh, man, like the last time.
Sure. I can send something that I just made for one of my clients. Like that was a custom exclusive beats that I made like live on the Zoom with my client. So I can share
Ooh,
that if you want.
ooh, 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 ooh. Don't threaten me with a good time.
I exceeded their expectations, so I can make you guys hear the preview of that.
I bet you did. I bet you
Yes,
did.
sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
So I haven't said anything. However, I want to, have you on if I was gonna say something. And what I want to actually ask you is, bro, you think we should talk about what we're working on?
I think we can tease it. I think we can tease it.
You think we could tease a little bit,
A
tease what we've
little
been
a
working
little
on?
a little tease. We can bring a little
Just
tease.
a little tease. I
Just a
don't
little
know how to
tease,
tease. I mean, my wife
right?
tell me you a big tease all the time, but I don't think that's appropriate. So I want to know. You're gonna have to tease. You're gonna have to help me
Hey.
to tease what it is that we're working on, man. In your words, because I might spill
So
the tea. This might not be a
so
tease. I might spill the tea.
so as simple as we can say this is we're gonna help people all over the world to unmute and to help them with their sonic communication through music with the service that we're going to be able to serve and help them with. I think that's the best way that I can. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
tease a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah. I think that's an eloquent way of putting it.
You feel me? So we're gonna help the world unmute through
Yeah,
our help in
you're
the
gonna help
sonic
you
sound
help them unmute. Like you got a business, your business needs to be unmuted. You
unmuted.
got like everybody
Exactly.
like, I don't have a story. What you mean you don't have a story?
Everybody have a story.
The word story actually predates the word history.
Nice. Yeah.
So
Yep.
the etymology of history is actually story. And that word story actually means history.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So story
Yeah.
comes before his story.
His
That means
story. Yeah.
if you are alive, then there's history in your life. And you have a
Yeah.
story. There's not just one, it's a multiplicity of them. People get
Yeah.
caught up on this. Oh, well, my story, my story. You don't have one story. It's like purpose. You don't have one purpose, family.
Yeah.
You have a multiplicity of purposes. Because if I take
Fact.
a seed from a fruit and I do all the work that I'm supposed to do, when that seed produces, meaning it brings forth that which it is meant to, that fruit is not a quantity of one single fruit. It's a multiplicity, it's a multiplication situation that we're talking about here. And if it's
Oof.
an apple tree, there are a multiplicity of apples. There are multiple apples. It's not one single apple on that tree. Well, the fruit of your actual labor in life has produced a multiplicity of perspectives, and that's fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Fruit is full results understood in time. So if you say you ain't got no story, that you really saying you don't have any results, fam. And I can't, but I ain't trying to hear that. You speak, don't you? It took time to learn how to speak. You know how to tie your
Yeah.
shoes? It took time to learn how to tie your shoes. You walking? It took time for you to learn how to walk. You doing all of these things that require time and effort in order to produce the actual ability? You tell me you ain't got a story? Listen, and what if we take your story, which is your message? One of your messages. Doesn't matter which one, just the one that people connect with the most.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We take that story and we unmute it. Now everybody hears it. Oh, but if you put melody behind your message,
Now it sets the tone.
ooh,
Ooh-wee.
but that's the tease. I'm gonna leave you right there with what we're doing. Because
That's
when it
it.
is time, oh, and it's coming, like sooner than you even know. But the time is, look, what's that? True intentions manifested every day.
Oh yeah.
You say, I ain't got time. What did you accomplish? What results did you get today? What fruit did you produce today? Because that is exactly what it is that you had the time for. If you're going to be
Yep.
intentional about anything, please be intentional about your life. because your life and your time are synonymous. Because you run out of one or the other, it's the same outcome. With that being said, Billy, Big Shot Beats.
Yes,
So
sir.
you said you got something to you got something to send. How you want to do this, man? How you want to do this?
So if you want, I can send it to you on real quickly on Facebook if you want.
Just send it via the link, man. If you go to the YouTube, in the
Oh, okay.
description,
Yeah,
there's
let
a
me go.
link, or
Let
I
me
can
go.
just send you the link via Facebook. We can do it
Oh,
like that. You
the
want me to do
chat.
that?
Right. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Send it to Facebook real quick.
All right, cool. Yeah. That way, that way
Yeah.
we
This
can we
was
can make this happen.
quick. Yeah.
But man, it's been a phenomenal Saturday for me personally because man, I haven't even been online to tell anybody anything about what's been going on, but my birthday was Sunday, y'all. And because it was my birthday, this whole week has been something that is so different. Different because when you grow a little older, you gain perspectives that you did not necessarily have. But it's not because of something that you just now started going through.
Right.
It's because of what you've already gone through. I got a wife. We've been together 15 years. We have 3 children, beautiful children, amazing. And they definitely are causing me to grow and develop daily. And then the perspective of fatherhood and the perspective of being married and the perspective of being so many other things and everything is just like, man, all of this, all of this, all of this, while still dealing with the things that I'm personally dealing with. A lot of people are aware, most don't know because I haven't just gone out and just flat out said it everywhere. But the reality is, my health process of being where it's at. And I received a diagnosis. I got a misdiagnosis in 2023, and then I got a, a diagnosis in 2024. But see, now that I have this condition, I say that my condition is simply conditioning me for God's intention, for my legacy. So, my legacy, which is life examples gained after considering you got a legacy too. My legacy is literally taken off to whole new heights and levels, all because I got sick. Ain't that crazy? You get a whole lot more intentional when things get compromised. And when my health got compromised, you wouldn't know if I didn't tell you. No one would know if I didn't tell you. My wife could tell you because she live here. She lived with me. You wouldn't know what I'm going through if I didn't say anything. So all I've been doing is just sharpening the axe, getting more intentional, working on what I can and should work on, all while behind the scenes wrestling with what I wrestle with while still growing. I
Yeah.
genuinely believe when the Bible talks about counting all joy, dear brethren, when going through various trials, meaning all types of problems, they coming, various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance, patience, steadfastness, and allow endurance to have its full work, its perfect work, so that you may be lacking nothing. And let endurance have its full work. Therefore, you'll be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. Sometimes you got to go down before you can go back up again. And the things that have brought me down to a place where I had to humble myself, the humbling conditions have put me in the position to be somebody that is no longer confused about anything. If you want to know one of your purposes in life, go back and look at one of those scars that God gifted you with. Yeah, I said gifted because you made it through. And here you are with a story to tell somebody that can literally present them with the proof that they can make it through too.
You know what that's called?
What's that called?
You know how you mentioned that you have to first go down before we go up? That's the
Mm-hmm.
law of advancement, man. That's the law of
Law of
advancement. And
advancement. Woo.
we cannot cheat that one. You
You
must
got to
come
go
down before
through
we
it.
go up. You gotta go through it.
And the entropy, it has to be a high level of entropy initially. That's chaos, y'all. That's disorder. It has to be a
Facts.
high level of entropy in order to get to the harmony. If you don't first go through the chaos, then you can't get to the harmony. That ain't even God. So when you go back to Genesis 1, right? All the way at the beginning of the Bible, the first chapter, you see that there was darkness. There was chaos. It wasn't order. It was void. So you have to go through the processes of chaos and disorder in order to actually understand, respect, and appreciate the harmony. And then when all things are coming together, that's called a testimony. Because you ain't where you were. Oh man, that test. But hey, look, let's see. Billy, what you got, man? Here we go, Billy. Billy.
Loaded, locked
Yeah,
and loaded.
man. Let's what in the words of the late great Bernie Mac. Let move on. So here we go. Billy Big Shots. Here we go.
Yes, sir. Great timing on that. Great timing on that.
Yeah, man. You said they were not disappointed.
They were
I
not
believe you.
disappointed. Exceeded expectation.
Exceeded expectations. Oh man.
Yeah.
So professional.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it.
That joint fire. Oh man. It reminded me of this
Appreciate
so I had just got this MPD, right? Not the
Mhm.
MPC. I got an MPC too, but I had this MPD back in
Right,
the day.
right, right.
And when I
Yeah.
got the MPD, I was like, man, I'm trying to figure something out with these drums. So I was tapping around on these drums. I said, man, let me just make a practice track. So I threw some keys on it, but it was focused on the drums. In that
Right.
joint, I started panning the drums a certain type of way, left, right, and I was doing all of this stuff. I said, oh, this is a while back. But matter of fact, I got it. Where is it at? I know I got that joint. Yeah, here it go. It's not even perfect. It's janky, but it's stanky at the same
It's
time.
silky.
It's right. Here
There
it
you
go,
go.
right here.
Janky
This is
but
called
stanky.
Drum Roll Please.
Let's do it.
love
Yo,
drums.
those were some serious kick rolls, bro. Like, oh, crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah, man.
That was
That
pretty dope,
that
man.
that 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 joint right there. It was something like
I
when
enjoy
you
I enjoy
just
them rolls
experimenting,
for
but
sure. For sure.
you end up finding some stuff out in the process of
Yeah,
experimentation. It's like,
I
oh,
like them rolls there. I
yeah,
like the
appreciate it.
kick rolls there. Yeah.
I'm actually able to see the comments this time, man. And
Go.
I just saw somebody asked me to post the YouTube on the doggone Facebook.
There you
I'm
go.
just now saying I didn't know, y'all. Like this doggone how you say it? This the tech be teching.
The tech be tech.
The
There you
tech
go.
be teching. Yeah, I've actually put it in right here for you. I'm gonna put it in the comments, y'all. There we go.
Boom. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man, I've been missing all the comments. The tech was and wasn't teching. I don't know. All I know is we got Billy Big Shots on here, man. So
Yes,
look,
sir.
what you actually have been doing though is creating things that match the specific sound that an individual is looking for as it pertains to their artistry as well as
Yeah.
brand. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's correct. You know what I mean? Like anything that, like, if they have an idea or a vision for a song, I bring it
Mm-hmm.
to life, bro. That's it.
Mm.
Instead of them having like to fit their style into something that they find, I happen to create something from scratch to fit their style and to bring their vision to life. Yeah,
And all you're doing is feeding off the energy that they provided you. Like you're able to discern and see
exactly.
it. It's like,
Yeah,
what is it? It's just like it's there. It's like it's calling you. So when you sit down in front of that actual keyboard and you create something that wasn't there, ain't that amazing how God allows us to do that, man? You're
he's that
literally
down
creating something that did not exist.
that did not exist.
And
Yeah,
then you present it.
yeah,
Then you
yeah.
present it.
That's it.
You present what you produced.
And what's crazy too is I get to do it like right in front of them too, like virtually. Like I go in and then we try a couple of things in the beginning, and when it just clicks, it clicks, bro. It's
Ooh.
crazy.
Man,
It's
I did
crazy.
that with this one joint. I gotta find it. So this one joint with
Hmm.
this gentleman who bruh, he gave me a hard time.
He gave you a hard time.
He gave me
Oh
a
man,
hard time, man. But
so what happened?
with that hard time, I'm actually grateful for it because it allowed
You
me
you were
to
up for the challenge too. Though.
oh
You were up
yeah,
for the challenge, right?
you
Yeah.
heard that. So look, what I want to do is I want to put up some samples. Put up some samples that I created, and I want to take those samples and allow the producers, the creatives, whether you're an
Right.
artist or a beat maker, producer, whatever. I want you to have fun with it. And whoever
Yeah.
has the best one, like who does the best one, I'll do a collaboration with them.
Hmm.
That's what I'll do. I'll do a collaboration with them.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about, oh, let's make a beat together. No, 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 no. There's a higher level to this. So many people talk about, man, I love your voice. Oh, your voice, your voice. I know you get it too. The voice, the
Yeah.
voice, the
Yeah.
voice, the
Yeah.
voice. It's like, yeah, you should be on the voice. But the voice,
Yeah.
we'll turn this voice into something that adds value to what it is that we create. Because if you have a story, stage, sound, and solution, man, that's top. That's a whole nother conversation.
Full
But this
circle.
joint right here, man, what I ended up doing was this was from a contest. And the gentleman who was looking for a specific composition for his personal podcast, he gave us a reference track, and man, we all was just, I'm talking about so many different producers giving a, best foot forward, best foot forward. All it did, it made me level up back to back to back to back. And this right
Yeah.
here is one of them ones. It made me level up. It's called 500 because he was offering $500. for whoever could
Yeah,
do it.
yeah,
In the end, I won. It wasn't with this track though. The crazy part, and he definitely paid more than $500. So
bro. Yeah.
let's this joint right here, man, comes from exactly what we was talking about. That something from nothing.
Mhm.
500.
Wow, that's grandiose right there, bro. Jeez, that's like that's like that's like some movie sync all day, bro. Wow,
Man,
that was amazing,
man,
amazing, epic,
appreciate it. Like I was
epic,
trying.
brother. Like I could feel like that was like a divine download through
Oh,
through whatever was coming through your through the fingers all the way to them notes. You feel me?
that
Crazy.
joint, that joint right there was literally like I did not expect to create it. I
Yeah, yeah,
sat
yeah.
down to create. I did not know it was going to be that.
Hmm.
It man, that joint was yeah, that was definitely one of the ones.
One of them ones. One of them
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Amazing work, brother.
Appreciate it,
Amazing work,
appreciate
bro.
it.
Amazing work.
Man, what's crazy is this time done went on by so fast. I know we had
Yeah.
some technical difficulties getting you on and all of that,
All
but
good.
it's You here, you made it. We got this. You sent your fire joint in. Jizzle had to dip. He had to go to work.
Oh,
I'm pretty
dude.
sure Edward's still in here. Oh, we got Carmen. She in here. Oh, what's up, Carmen? We had Karen in here. We had Marcel, Otis, Marcel up in here. We had ML Brighton up in here. We had Big Dave, you know what I'm saying, up in here. We had Essence. There's so many different people, and I'm not going to call everybody, but I'm so grateful to actually have everybody come through the way that y'all did. Because these Supersonic Saturday sessions are something this is special to me. It's really special to me because it's an opportunity for people to be unmuted. You got a lot of people that literally are simply in need of being heard and they don't even know it. They think that they just sitting on these gold mines of value that they enjoy, not realizing, hey, somebody looking for that. Like,
Yeah,
hey, what are
yeah,
you
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
What are you doing? We need that. Somebody needs what you have. So if you get a platform to actually present it, your presence becomes the present. And you can change lives in the
Oh, I
future
like
and the
that.
present.
I like that. Your presence becomes a present. Ooh, value.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take us out. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that that Jeezy in Italy? Did you get to hear that?
Jeezy in Italy.
Oh, so me and Jizzle did this. I'm gonna play that back. We did this joint where he had found this sample, and I was like, "Yeah, that's cool, man, but I don't feel like sampling. Like, let's not." So I did an interpretation of it, interpolation of an interpretation that I
Right, right,
created.
right.
So that was fun. I got the breakdown of it or whatever. I'll play it another time, but did that, and he was like, "Oh snap!" So he ends up doing these drums and the 808 and all that stuff. Before you know it, it went from this somber, like super cool, chill, um, soulful feel to this right here.
Oh,
Yeah, man, that was like, man,
what?
and I see what he did. He sped it
What?
up. He
Fire.
sped it up and he pitched it up because
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it was
yeah.
still, super chill
Like you could
joints.
even take that set. You could even take that sample and like bring it back down again with that same rhythm. It would sound crazy in the verse part.
We
You
gotta.
feel me?
I'm. We gonna like. It's not even finished. It's not even finished.
Fire,
We
fire.
got to do something
No,
with
that's
that,
dope. That's that West Coast vibe. Like it took me down to the West, bro. That's fire.
bro.
Tiger
That.
would murk that all day.
Oh man, like we could toss it up. We could
Yeah,
toss it up.
yeah.
Be like, hey, here go the sample though. That's
Facts.
the interpret the interpolation
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
sample. Take that joint, flip it, and now you don't have to. Yeah, that's fire. We go to this last
Exactly.
one. This joint is a joint I did, um, 2017. I just watched um, Creed, the first one at that time,
Yeah.
and
Okay. Yeah.
I had this artist who I was working with, and this joint right here, man. I said, you know what? I want to do something special for you. So I did this one joint right here. It's called "I Used to Love You," and I think you'll hear the story in it when you hear it. Here it is right here. I used to love you.
Wow.
Yeah, man. That
It definitely tells a story, bro. Wow. Like, and wait, there's more. And wait, there's more. I like how you like your composition is like you think it's done, but it's not done, and there's more, and it just tells a story. So that's fire.
yeah, them story like every the
Them
stories and
story.
everything, man.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah,
story and everything. Everything is communicating at some capacity. Like
yeah.
everything. It's sending a message. Everything has a message. No matter what you're looking at. You can look at anything, whether it's on your body or around your face, around your home, wherever. Every
It's pushing
single
the message.
thing
Yeah,
has an actual story attached to it because it did not just present itself by just poof. It didn't come back from the blip. This is not
facts,
it's not Marvel. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
facts,
It didn't come back from the blip. It literally it has a story. Like the things that it
facts.
had to go through, all the way down to your phone, like our actual phones. You like the materials that it takes to actually create them. There's stories.
Hmm.
There's stories behind it. And if you find out some of the stories, you might not actually feel very good about it when you find out how some of the materials that we have access to are acquired. But the point is, there's a story attached to everything that you have in front of you.
Hmm.
Everything. So it's just like, man, when you hear the melody should support the story. Should always be a story. Always.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So
dope work.
look, man. This has been a phenomenal Supersonic Saturday session. I'm looking forward to the next one next Saturday. We do this every Saturday, 11 a.m. Central Standard. I guess I'm supposed to like, play some fun music yeah, every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, unless I say otherwise, because there are things that we are creating and cultivating so we can continue to captivate. And as we operate, as I orchestrate, eventually we'll be able to get compensated off of these things that we're doing on YouTube as well as Facebook for higher reasons and purposes. So look, Billy, big shot. Bro, I appreciate you coming through, man. This was
I
a
appreciate it,
fire
man.
opportunity to have somebody like you come through. And I know we got some other stuff lined up, and I'm looking forward to presenting that. Oh, this gonna be so good, so fun.
On
Oh,
God,
man,
on God.
but you enjoy your your afternoon, cause I know it's y'all up there in Canada. I'm out here in Texas, bro. But you enjoy the rest of
Yep.
your day, enjoy your family, love on them, hug on them, kiss on them, and tell them that they are more valuable to you than they even ever will know and understand. Outside of that,
Likewise, man.
y'all, catch y'all later.
Peace.